What's going on, guys? I got another pickup video for you. I'll make this one quick. My last ones have been pretty long, so that 23 minutes is pretty long, but I get carried away and I talk about things, so I do have a lot of things to go through. Found a bunch of, even I guess non-game, it's game related, but it's not games, stuff to show you as well. A lot of this was found. We went to Flagstaff again, and of course, two of my favorite places in Flagstaff like to cough up games and stuff like that, systems and whatnot. So I'll be showing you that. I'll be showing you stuff from my friend Luke, the guy I got the Pokemon system from. He was moving, and he had some games he needed to get rid of, just to kind of make room because he was making the drive. He wasn't flying. So he gave me a pretty good deal on some stuff I really wanted, some stuff I needed. I didn't take too much stuff from him. I think I got a stack about 8 big, but it's all stuff that I needed and could use for my collection. So go ahead and we'll get started. So first off, I found this PAX 09 DVD for a box set for the PAX Gaming Expo that they have every year. It's in good shape. I didn't know they made DVDs on these, but I've never been to a PAX, so yeah, it's full. Found this at Bookman's. Just walked past. It was just kind of in some random area. It wasn't even, I don't even think it was with the DVDs. I just saw it. Okay. So I got that. I'll watch that at some point. I got some VHSs. First one, Captain N, the Game Master. So, I know they put out a couple VHSs. I never bought them because I got the DVD set. So this was just kind of cool. This was 50 cents. So 50 cents, pick it up. Next, we got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Coming Out of Their Shells tour on VHS. If you're not familiar with this, shortly after the first and second, I don't know if it was between the first and second or right after the second movie, they came up with this band idea for the Turtles, and they did this thing where they actually went on tour. They played original songs dressed up in here. It was kind of like a show, because even Splinter showed up, April showed up. I actually still have the cassette, and you got it through Pizza Hut, and I saw that cassette, and I remember listening to the music back then. So this would be interesting to watch. I never watched this, even when I was, when I was growing up. I remember this going on. I never watched it. So. And my last two items that are I got three actually. So, we got the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. This is the best of. I already have the box set on this one as well, but I don't have this box. So I figured this was a Goodwill find. It was $2.99. So I figured I'd buy it. And I found this one with it. So somebody got rid of their Mario collection. And this was probably the same price. I don't have the sticker on it, but I'm not sure if it's the same price. And this is one of the items that I got from my buddy Luke. This is the Legend of Mana soundtrack. It comes in one of those cool plastic cases. Unfortunately, if you mess it up, it's not really easy to replace like a jewel case. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to this sometime. I do have the game. I haven't played it since late 90s. I don't even think I beat this game. So, but we'll see. Got a couple more non-game related. Well, it's games, but it's a non-actual game. Found a GoldenEye strategy guide. Bookman's for $2. I don't know if I actually own this, but this is one of the Nintendo Power ones, so figured I'd pick it up. Next, we got a How to Draw Nintendo Characters. And that was a $2 find at Goodwill as well. And I do own one of these, and it's my original one from back in the day, so it's pretty worn. This one's in really good shape, but I got the Game Boy Nintendo Player's Guide. So these were cool. They had a whole bunch of these to try to get you to sign up for Nintendo Power back then. They had a Super Nintendo one, There was a Super Game Boy one that came out later. There was The Legend of Zelda Strat Guide, The Link to the Past, and there was another one that was like Top Secret something, but it was like a bluish red cover. But they all, you got these if you subscribed, which was a great deal. All right, we'll move on. This was also something else I got from my buddy Luke. He just gave this to me. That was really cool of him. This is a BioShock figure. Yeah, so when he was moving, he knew I'd like it, and he said, "Here, man, take this." So this is really heavy. This is like made of metal. It's like metal and plastic or something, but it's heavy. All right, next up, go and rattle through some of these. These next 4 games are from Luke as well. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Atelier Iris. I don't know if I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sure someone will correct me on that. MS Saga. We got Monster Rancher 3. And Monster Rancher 4. And all these are complete. I just didn't open them all up, but yeah, these are all complete. He kept all his games in good shape, so. Alright, and here's just some other randomness. Found a side pocket for the Genesis. This was at a St. Vincent de Paul's, just sitting in the DVD section. I don't usually find Genesis games at those places, so. Got a Win, Lose, or Draw boxed. This was a Savers find. This was like $3. So it's in good shape. Looks like it might have been a rental copy or something. But oh yeah, right on the back. Blockbuster Video. So yes, it was a rental copy. So I don't even know if I took the time to buy this game, so now I got it. Alright, and we'll go through some other randomness. Go through some Sega Saturn games also for my buddy. We got Battle Arena Toshin Den. We've got Mech Warrior 2. And Skeleton Warriors. Those are my Saturn games I got from him. Alright, moving on, we got some Nintendo-based stuff. We got Vigilante 8 for the 64. That was a Savers buy as well. We got the Lawnmower Man. This was a Flashback Games in Tempe. And actually, when I was at Flashback Games, I bought a couple things. I traded stuff. So when I put the prices up and whatnot, I'll put trade underneath it. I'll tell you the price that they were selling for. I'll give you the value, but then I'll tell you if I use trade for it or not. But I did buy some high dollar stuff there. Using trade, which was awesome because a lot of the stuff that I traded was stuff that I got in lots that I essentially got for close to nothing. But while I was there, Gamester 81 walked in and started talking to him. I didn't get a chance to say hi or anything like that. I was with my wife. We were on our way out the door. But he's putting on the Game On Expo in Phoenix here at the end of the month. Not this month, but next month. I'm sure all you guys know about it. Anybody who's watching this video is probably subscribed to him or Pat or Game Chasers or one of those guys. You probably know that's already going on. But I'll definitely be going to that because I'd love to hit up one of those expos. With my job and being married, everything is kind of hard to get out and do stuff like that. But we're starting to do more stuff like that. So hopefully I get to go out and do that. It'll be fun. Me and a couple buddies of mine. So we'll probably have the normal crew I go out and go game hunt with. Looks like they're going. So Retro Remix Nation and my buddy Cameron. But looks like all three of us will probably be hitting that up for sure. So and if you see this video, I may see you there. I'm not going to be running. I'm not going to be there the whole 3 days. I'm not going to have a booth or anything. I don't have. No. Well, it depends on if I can find enough stuff worth it. But hopefully I'll be there with my buddies. So. If you see me, say hi. Next up, we got Revolution X for the Super Nintendo. We got Dino City. And Wing Commander. Ease or Wise. I used to call it Wise when I was growing up. I'm guessing it's Ease. I don't know. Wanderers of Wise 3. Alright, so that's that. Let's go ahead and move on. We got a DS game. This was also from Luke. This is From the Abyss. I love DS games, especially role-playing games. It's kind of cool to have this because it's portable, and role-playing games, you know, for the DS are usually really good and they last forever. So, all right, we got Arc Spitalis for the Xbox. As far as I know, this game was only printed on this system. Maybe PC, I don't know. I don't normally follow PC stuff. But it looks like a survival horror game, and it's like first person, and I love survival horror games, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Found this at Fallout Games. It was the only one facing out, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. Maybe it'll be fun. Alright, more here. Got Xbox 360 Earth Defense Force EDA. This was really cheap. This was a Savers buy as well. They usually mark their games for like $3. We got Music Maker. Not familiar with this. I did really like for PS1 the MTV Music Generator, and I made a ton of songs back when it was out. So maybe one of these days I'll dig out the memory card that has all that music. I'll see if I can move it over to my computer, and maybe I'll have one of those songs for the background in one of my videos. And you guys can tell me if it's any good or not, because I kind of made it with what they had. I didn't really. You could put samples in, but back time that game was out, it wasn't easy to add samples and, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, I might do that. So, all right, we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and no, it was not from Bookbins. It was from Savers. No, that's the Goodwill. That's the stickers they used in Flagstaff. So it was only $2.99. So I don't have this game. I haven't played these Buffy games. Some people tell me they're kind of fun, so I bought a Buffy game. You might have saw one of my last videos, so I figured I'd get that one. It's different. Alright, now we got PS1 game. What is this? WWF SmackDown. Got Dreamcast World Series Baseball 2K1, and I'm pretty sure these two here that I'm going to show you probably came in the Dreamcast sports pack. I imagine. I have it. I have to look at the games that are in it, but they say not for resale. So I'm assuming that's what they came from. And then there's the NBA that came with it. I'm assuming not for resale. All right, next up, PSP games. More stuff from Luke. Phantasy Star Portable. We got Mana Chemia, maybe? I'm saying that right? I don't know. It's role-playing stuff, so I'm all over it. Ease or Wise, again, the Ark of Napaphist. I'm not going to try to say that. Look like a fool, but it's alright. And Lunar Silver Star Harmony. Not Story Harmony. So just more cool role-playing games to have for the PSP. You know, it's kind of a dead system, but there were a lot of good games on it. Some of them were hard to get, so it's really cool when I come across ones I don't have already. All right, let's do Atari games. We've got Picnic. Again, I own almost every Atari game that's, you know, the original look, like the Pac-Man, whatever, you know, the same company. I've got them all down there. I showed you my previous collection video, but I've got like every one of those, so I'm on the lookout for all these weird different companies. This US Games, you know, they have a couple that have this notch in it, and then next you'll see one's another US Games. This one's called Gopher. This one does not have the notch in it, so you see, but it's the same company. So I think they just kind of used whatever they could get their hands on. Alright, we got another one. We got Space Chase. And I'm pretty sure this game here may have been from flashback games as well. Cosmic Corridor. Pressure Cooker. And I actually don't have this. I have a lot of Activision games. I've probably got like 50 Activision games plus for the Atari. They all look just like this. They all have the little notches here so they can stack on. They can actually lock into each other and stack. But the Activision games usually are really good. I mean, anybody who's played Atari knows about Pitfall and maybe Chopper Command or Sequest, Spider Fighter. Those are all really good games. So I'm actually looking forward to playing this. I'd have to break out the Atari, but I might do that and play that. And here's a weird one, Froggo Games. Sea Hunt. I think it's the first time I've ever seen anything from Froggo Games. So we'll see if that's any good or not. Alright, we're coming up to the last couple items here. Anticipation for the NES. Yes, it's taken me this long to purchase this game. It's like $3. I didn't want to waste my time buying Anticipation. I figured I'd get it in a lot or something. I just haven't until then. But with the Fallout games, they must have had 8 copies, so I got to pick the best one. So I did that. Mickey Mousecapade. I don't own that yet. Mad Max. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Predator. And this was another flashback game, Kickle Cubicle. If I didn't have that, I figured I'd get it. Alright, I'm running up on my last 3 items here. These are probably the 3 best items I got while I was in the store. I'm going to go ahead and show you this big one first. This is my wife bought this for me. She saw it, she thought it looked cool. I was like, yeah, that is cool. I never thought about buying it, but she said she'd buy it for me. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. I mean, it's cool. I don't have the game for it, but my buddy Luke was telling me he has the game. That's what made me think about it. So this is the game. This is the twin stick for Virtual On. This is the Japanese version. I don't know if there was an American version. I haven't looked into it. So I'm either going to get a Japanese. Well, this might work just in a normal Saturn. I'm not sure. I'll try it. Maybe I can find just get a copy of Virtual On for the American system. Hook this up and see if it works. If it does, that'd be cool. It's pretty much complete in there. It's got the stick. It's got everything in there. It's all. Yeah, you can see it, but it's all bagged in there. The game's in there too. So if I end up getting a Japanese system first, or doing something to mine where I can play it, I'll be able to play this. Alright, here were the 2 games that I got strictly for. I used trade credit. I mean, the trade credit I traded pretty much just paid for these. Everything else, I paid for, my wife bought. So I'm going to start off with the first one. I got Color a Dinosaur. Ridiculous game, but this game's worth a lot of money. It's you don't see it anywhere. Everybody wants it because they need it for their collection. I'm assuming that's why anybody's even that's why everybody's trying to get this game and why the value's gone up. It just must not be. There's not very many of them around, so everybody has to have it for their collection. So I got lucky and found one. I was able to trade for that, so no cash out of pocket. That always makes me happy. Especially with big games like that, because dropping 80 whatever dollars it might have cost in cash, you feel that. All right, next, this is the last item. This is something I've been wanting, and for some reason, when the game had come out, I didn't know that they made this particular game for the NES. Had I known that back then, I would have bought it. I never saw this, so this truly is pretty rare. I never saw this, and I bought the Super Nintendo version and I bought the Genesis version. Each one had different characters in it from the other. That same goes with this one too. This one has a character that's not in those two. But this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the NES. And you get to play as Hothead in there. That's the character that's not in the other games. So I haven't played it since I got it, but the lady there assured me that it works and everything, because it wasn't. They were selling this for $129.99, which is about $10 cheaper than what video game price charting is putting it at. So again, I just used my trade credit, and it paid for this A Color Dinosaur. So I didn't have to put any money towards that, because everything I brought in, it's just extra stuff that wasn't actually paid for. So it's awesome to be able to do that, and it's awesome that they had it. So it's really nice that they had these games there. So thank you again, Flashback Games. I needed both of these. That was awesome. If you've never played the Tournament Fighter games, they're pretty fun. I'm hoping this one's just as good, but the Super Nintendo one's cool. It has Armadon, which is the shark from the Archie comics, if you ever read those. And the Sega Genesis one has War. There was a crossover between the Cannibals and the Turtles on the Archie issues, and they had to fight the Four Horsemen. So it was War, Pestilence, and Famine. And War was this big-looking Triceratops weird creature, and you got to play as him in that game, and it was pretty cool. So we'll see if Hothead, because Hothead they actually made it to a figure for the TMNT toy line that Playmates did, and he was a hard-to-get figure. Not real hard, but trying to find it complete, it's not easy anymore. You got to pay a little bit of money for it. But it was a cool toy. But we'll see if that's any good. So that's it for this video. Let's have a great one, and game on.